Good morning, and how are you today? Your coach Umidis is here, and I'm here because I want to congratulate you for being present, for committing to your health and your fitness and your faith. Because this month we're focusing on all three of those areas and our food. And I want to congratulate you for sharing up to now your transformation, your scale pictures, your before pictures, your after pictures, your journey with us. The good days, the bad days, the ugly days, and the days that you feel like you've conquered. I honestly, personally feel grateful because I notice that when I share the tools that have helped me and I see you guys apply it, it makes me feel proud because at least I know it's duplicating, right? It's almost like when you tell your children to do something and they do it and it works. You're like, you see, I told you so. So I'm proud of you, and I'm proud that you're showing up, and I'm proud that you are giving yourself the opportunity to see change. And change, as you can tell, is not an overnight thing. It's not something that's going to happen just because you decided that you were going to show up and buy a challenge pack. You know it takes work. By now, you know that it takes you showing up consistently and just doing what you're supposed to do, which is work out, drink your shake, and share and engage with a group of people. Because I know for a fact that many times, a long time, I purchased things and put them on the side. I never focused on giving it the value that it deserved because I didn't have anybody holding me accountable. And this group is our accountability. And when life happens, it's okay. Life is always going to happen. It is never going to stop for you to figure things out. It's the point of life for us to be in the middle of life and do the best that we can to overcome it and become stronger. So don't shy away. Don't hide away. And with that, if you have not stepped on the scale and you have not posted your scale picture, I'm going to ask that if you're past your day 1, past your day 15, past your day 30, past your day 60, past your day 90, I'm talking to some of you who have been in this group for more than 60 days, and you have not yet shared your progress. My question is it that you're not seeing progress? Or is it that you're embarrassed of your progress? Or is it that you don't think your progress is good enough to celebrate? And there's a problem if you think that your progress is not good enough to be celebrated. Because that means that your daily efforts shouldn't be accounted for. That means that your focus on showing up and improving on a daily basis shouldn't be noticeable. Or maybe you feel as though you've been doing it for so long and you're embarrassed to say that you're still in the same position. But by not acknowledging it and by not embracing it and giving it a name, you won't be able to tackle it and overcome it, and you won't be able to learn to do the opposite. So, when I was a teacher, I used to teach metacognition. And that's to think about your thinking. So I'm going to ask you the same thing. Like, think about your actions. Think about your thinking. Because if you don't stop and think about your thinking or think about your actions, you won't know how to solve that problem. So if you're thinking that you're not seeing progress, therefore you shouldn't post it, then that means you're avoiding the idea of actually tackling the thing you're avoiding. So what I mean is, I step on the scale and all I see all the time is that my scale reads the same number from day 1 to day 60 to day 100. That should make me stop and think, what do I need to change? What do I need to shift so that this doesn't continue forward? Because I need to be willing to acknowledge what is it that needs to change in order for change to happen. And that's where you start to name things. Is it that you're becoming lazy? Is it that you're letting your emotions take over you? Is it that you're allowing life to be the best out of you? So then if that's the case, then you need to start and set up over here and say, all right, I know I'm going to confront a situation that is difficult in my life. How can I face that? What's the attitude? What's the mindset I'm going to switch so that I don't let my life or the obstacles overcome me, and I stay focused on both ends, because you're going to face the obstacle, but you're not going to put yourself on the outside. You're going to continue being you. You get what I'm saying? And it's a matter of the way you think about it. So it gets real, because change happens in different forms. It first has to happen in your mind and in your heart. You have to want it, you have to desire it, and you have to do whatever it takes to seek after it. It's a journey. It's not something that happens from the moment you purchase your challenge bag and you join in the challenge group and you watch other people do. It's actually happening when you decide that you're gonna do the work it takes. Because all we can do on this end is share with you what works. But on your end, you have to listen and do. And you have to try it and trust that we're leading you towards the right path. So that's my soapbox for weighing in. I see a lot of you posting your sweaty pictures, and I appreciate that. But are those sweaty pictures bringing you closer to your goals? If not, then we need to look at your meals and look at your plate and figure out, are you eating according to your meal plan? Are you making sacrifices in your palate so that your body can feel and fuel itself off of the nutrients it really needs? Or are you masking the flavor by adding sugars, oils, salts into your foods? Food for thought. Food for thought. Then I'm going to ask you guys, for most of you have completed your 30-day program, your 60-day program, your 90-day program. Now it's time to decide, what am I going to do next, right? My advice, as you know, my advice is not that you must. My advice is that you should do something for 3 turns. So whether it is Core de Force 3 times, 21-day fix 3 times, size 3 times, you should do that in the consecutive order, because the first time is to learn, the second time is to improve, and the third is the charm, is where you practice to become better in every area and formation. So decide what program you're going to follow. I've had a lot of people say, Eunice, which program would you recommend if I want to add weights into my routine? The program that I always recommend for people to do is Chalene Extreme, because it has both cardio, weights, and personal development. It's a no-brainer. It's a winner. It's a win-win situation. The next one I would recommend is 21-day fix. The other one that I would recommend is T25, but T25 you have to do the 3 versions, either beta, alpha, beta, and gamma. And gamma is the stage in which you're going to add weights. The other one that I would also recommend is Hammer and Chisel, because they both have the cardio and the weight training component. Next thing. Sorry, I made my shake and I haven't drank it because I've been talking. Next thing is videos. Sometimes we're asking questions, or we're feeling like we're not making the moves the right way, or we're not doing things the way the book or the program is expecting of us, and we're like wondering, right? Are we doing it the right way? So my recommendation to you is purchase a tripod. Put your phone up on a tripod and video yourself as you are working out. I don't put these workouts, I do videos of my workout for 2 reasons. Number 1, I learned that people love to follow and see your change in the way you do the workouts, because they like to see real people, real results, and doing the real thing that they're going to be expected to do. And then also it helps me personally, because I can see myself and I can work on improvement of like my kicks, of my stance, of the way I'm punching, of the way I am rotating. So it helps me learn to improve. And we're always constantly learning to improve, right? So that's my thinking on that. If you want to join me and practice what has helped me, then start recording yourself. Record yourself for 1 minute. When I was in the test group, we were asked to record 1 minute video, and it should be horizontal. And what we did was we took 15 seconds of our favorite clips of the workout and we put it all together, and then we shared it in the group. So that's what I suggest you do as well. You don't need to speed it up. You don't need to do any of that. All you need to do is be you, consistently you, because there's nobody else like you. All right? So weigh-ins are important. Stay consistent, follow the program, and trust the process, my friends. We're not going to lead you into the wrong waters. You're meant for it. Let's do this. Take care.